It is not difficult to get up one morning and look in the mirror just to find strands of silver hair on your head, facial hair, mustache, or even altogether 3 spots. There is consistently the first occasion when you will see that. What's more, for some individuals, it can come as a uber shock, particularly individuals who have accomplished close to nothing or nothing. 1. Find your purpose. What precisely would you like to accomplish in this life? For what reason would you like to make such accomplishments? How would you plan to accomplish your objectives? Where would you like to be in the following 5, 10, or 15 years? How would you like to contact individuals' lives and improve society? Every one of these inquiries are critical to any individual who has an unmistakably characterized objective. The vast majority today think they have an objective, not realizing that all they have done pick a lifelong dependent on some broad to accept about its monetary possibilities. It is entirely expected to discover optional school understudies say they need to become clinical specialists, drug specialists, attendants, and so on in light of the fact that they accept that is the fastest method to find a new line of work. The outcome is that most understudies end up in a profession they are not enthusiastic about. What's more, without enthusiasm for that field, you can never turn into an expert, not the instructive expert, but rather a characteristic master. Furthermore, this implies you can never misuse your capability to the greatest without exchanging fields. 2. Ability to develop your personality. Watch your actions. Your life is a house. Your day-by-day activities are the blocks that form that house. On the off chance that the blocks are broken, frail, or amorphous, that is the kind of life you will have. Furthermore, in the event that they are solid with sharp and even edges, your life will mirror the equivalent. You need to watch your activities cautiously and be capable. Any activity that doesn't have an unmistakable preferred position ought to be dodged. Most activities that can't help you in the short or since quite a while ago run frequently have unfavorable impacts. Playing a PC game turns into a favorable position in the event that you acquire something from it, like to ease pressure following a bustling day or bring in cash for inspecting or contending in games. Yet, when you invest an excess of energy playing computer games only just for fun, at that point it turns into an issue. The equivalent goes for watching motion pictures, talking via online media. You name them. The key is, don't simply experience a solitary day without considering your advancement and misfortunes. 3. Learn new things. Learn by reading. You can learn new things that will assist you with accomplishing your life objectives. In the event that you have an obviously characterized all-consuming purpose, which you ought to have before 30, there are individuals who accomplished comparable objectives. Play those as a good example and find out as much about their lives as possible. Observe the characters about them that made them effective and attempt to adjust such factors to your present circumstance. You mustn't do precisely what they did or how they did it. Be inventive where fundamental. Any lawful methods you take to your last objectives is adequate, yet the fastest is in every case best. Peruse books identified with what you need to become, or basically, your energy. Gain from your contacts and friends. On the off chance that you can discover a coach who is consistently accessible for guidance and consolation, at that point you're in karma. Likewise, think about your day-by-day activities and what their potential outcomes or results might be later on. 4. Figure out how to use scale of preference. Before you are 30, it is critical to comprehend and consolidate the size of inclination in all that you do. We, people, are barraged by an excessive number of wishes at some random time. You have work to do, however you feel a convincing desire to turn on your PC and begin playing your number one game. You generally advise yourself, I will do it later. And afterward you wind up doing it late and most likely in an excessive amount of a rush. In some cases it might even be past the point where it is possible to do it. What you ought to have perceived is that everything is reviewed by significance as indicated by time and the current circumstance. Never utilize your deepest longing to execute any undertaking in a progression of assignment you need to finish. To begin with, recognize the main ones right now. Distinguish what you should do at every second. There is the ideal opportunity for everything. On the off chance that you have a heap of grimy garments to wash, at that point it's not an opportunity to play PC games. In the event that you have a customer's responsibility to finish, it isn't an ideal opportunity to go playing with your better half or beau. Neither should you sit around talking via online media or with companions truly. Try not to sit watching a film when at the rear of your psyche you realize that the time has come to peruse for a test or an assessment. Most occasions, some unacceptable undertakings are simply too enticing to even think about surrendering, yet you need to build up this propensity before you are 30. Leave whatever you are doing that isn't directly right now. Try not to try and consider the big picture. Simply do. Regardless of how exhausting or lethargic you are at accomplishing something, simply stand up and begin doing it. Overlook that the work is so extraordinary. 5. Be productive. The initial step to being beneficial is to oversee time carefully. The keen and effective know the estimation of time. Consistently, hour, day, and so on is a chance to put resources into yourself and become a superior individual. Each time you contribute time admirably, you move a stage or numerous means towards your last objective. In addition to the fact that you should have the option to oversee time admirably, yet additionally plan your exercises to kill or limit interruption. You can't do everything simultaneously. Zeroing in totally on the assignment and at once to do it to the best. In addition, you will not feel overpowered by errands, and this ought to be a decent support. To be beneficial, you additionally need to zero in on doing things all the more effectively so you can do a great deal inside a brief time frame and furthermore have significantly more opportunity to get different things done. Beat the dread that accompanies confronting a troublesome assignment. To be effective, you need to achieve something troublesome sooner or later. This is the reason there are scarcely any fruitful individuals. A couple will assume the test of turning into an effective person. One of the significant reasons of dread is that we aren't sure we can do this well or we are dubious of the odds of accomplishment. This frequently originates from an absence of sufficient information and ability with respect to what we need to achieve. To be truly gainful towards your making progress, you should comprehend what you need for that thing. What's more, attempt to procure all the information and expertise that are basic to progress. Such information will help limit your dread and make you more effective. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe, like and share.